Hey, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. In case you don't know me, my name is Meliss-Ep from Meliss Marketing, and I have not gone live in a long time. It's been almost a month, and the reason for that is because my dad got really sick, and he's been in the hospital for almost a month, and we've been helping take care of him. So I have not had time to go live. And that is what inspired me with today's live topic, use it or lose it, what I learned about marketing from taking care of my dad in the hospital. So I'm going to quickly share this video.
Hey, hello, everybody.
Oh, you can actually
welcome,
hear it.
Welcome.
All right, and I'm going to share this, and I would love for you to share this too, so that people on your news feed, people in your circles who may benefit from this can enjoy all the information here. So I'm trying to figure out how to share it. I guess I'll have to do it later, but you can go ahead and share it as well in the meantime. So use it or lose it. Well, what does that mean? In hospital terms, what that means is you lie in a bed for a month, and no matter what the reason was that got you there, not moving in the bed causes the deterioration of your muscles, and you have no energy, and therefore it takes a really long time to relearn everything. So if you don't use it, you don't use your body to the full capacity, then you lose it. You lose the ability to do simple daily tasks that you were able to do before. It's really sad. It's really hard to be a witness to. The good news is that my dad is getting better, and so that's great news. But I wanted to apply that to marketing. So if you're popping on, thanks for watching, guys. I see you. Come on in and say hello. And if you're listening to the podcast, you're welcome to respond there as well. So as far as marketing goes, use it or lose it. I have three very specific examples, but what I'm talking about is grabbing attention to your ideal target market and then making the most of that moment. So we don't have very long attention spans these days. You go outside and look at the grocery store or really anywhere where there are a bunch of people, and the majority of the people have their head down and they're on their phones like this. We are so attached to our devices. It would be great if we were, as a marketer, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, able to grab the attention of these people and only capture their attention and not have to divide their attention among so many other businesses and games and Facebook feeds and social media platforms and all the other things that you do on your phones and on your devices. But it isn't the case. There are thousands and millions and billions of things that people can do online. So when you have the attention of somebody, that is your moment, and you have to seize it. You have to make the most of that moment when you grab their attention. And usually when you grab their attention, it doesn't last very long at all. They might pop on to something that you're doing, like this live video, for example, and then they're gone. And so you have to grab their attention. So three examples that I have of that are posts. When you make a post on your Facebook feed, maybe it's LinkedIn, maybe it's Instagram, and somebody responds to you, you have to go back and engage with them. Engagement is so important. And if they're there and they're commenting on your posts, take that moment and use that energy that they're giving you by engaging with your stuff and engage back right away. Respond to them, ask them questions so that the conversation continues. Let them know that you value that they are taking their time of their day to focus on your content, and make them feel special and important. And of course, offer them a lot of value up front. So if you are posting and you aren't doing this, you aren't going and engaging with everybody, you are losing potential customers, you're losing all of your followers and your fans because they're going to feel ignored. And so when you have them in that moment, make the most of it and respond. Another thing is Facebook ads. Now, a lot of times when people come to us in the agency to run their ads, they say Facebook ads aren't working. They don't work for me. And then I go in deeper to figure out, well, what have you done in the past? And I find out that they run a Facebook ad so that when you click on the ad, it takes them to their website. Well, we can't grab attention when you're on a website, think about what's on a website. You have the About Me page, you have the Contact Us, maybe you have a blog, maybe you have something about like our story and it has a video, maybe you have your packages there, your services that you offer, maybe you have links to your social media platforms, follow us here, 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 and here. Maybe you offer some careers, some jobs, you have a link there, careers. So many links, so many places that they can go. So you're paying money to get people in your social media world with that Facebook ad, and then they click on it and they go to your website and you've lost them. Because whatever action you were hoping that they would take, there's no direction on a website. You have to send people from a Facebook ad to the first page of your sales funnel, where there's one landing page with one call to action. That's my dog barking. So when you get them, you get the attention of your ideal target market, then what you can do is you can make the most of that by telling them exactly what you want them to do and taking the action. Hi, thanks for being here. So you want them to take that action right away. And if you send them to the website, there are 50 million actions they can take, and therefore they're taking no actions. So you want to make sure that you send them to a sales funnel that has one call to action, which is maybe download this freebie, download this guide by putting in your email and your name. Dog makes a call to action. Yes, my dog is always making calls to action during my Facebook Lives or my phone calls with my clients. That's just the way she is. So what you want to make sure of doing to grab that attention and make the most of that moment is, if you're already spending money to send people somewhere, make sure you have a clear direction of what you want them to do so that you can make the most of the time that they're on your page, because otherwise they're going to click to your page and they're going to click away and you are old news. And the third way that we can use it or lose it to grab attention and make the most of that moment is once you get a lead. Now, if you get a lead because you're in Facebook groups engaging with people, or if you get a lead because you paid for it with a Facebook ad, it doesn't matter. Once you get that lead, you've already spent either the time or the money to get that lead. And to make the most of that, what you need to do is nurture them. So that is your email list. So once they're on your email list, I see a lot of people making this mistake. They get people on their email list. They want thousands of people on their email list. Why? Because they think it's a vanity metric. I want 10,000 people on my email list. Well, 10,000 people on your email list who you never engage with and you never send emails to is just as good as an email list of a big fat zero. If you have 10,000 people on your email list and you're engaging with them and you're sending them valuable content frequently, or you're sending them nurture follow-up series after they've downloaded something from you, they are going to be a more valuable lead. And you've already spent the money or the time to get them on your list. You might as well stretch that dollar or stretch that amount of time, if you got them by engaging in Facebook groups, by continuing to engage and continuing to offer valuable content to them. So if you join my email list by downloading any of my free offers or however else you got to my email list, you will know that I send out 2 very valuable, high quality content emails every single week. So that means that if somebody joins my list and they joined it because for whatever reason, they're not going to forget me. They're not going to unsubscribe, most likely, from my list, because it's not a dead list. I am continuing to offer value over time. So I want you to think about that. If you've already spent the money to get the lead, let's say you put out a Facebook ad to get more people on your email list, and it cost you $5, just to use a whole number. If it cost you $5 to get that lead in the door, and then they're sitting on your email list, they've downloaded your freebie, but you've never sent them a follow-up sequence or a nurture series, or you don't send them weekly emails, or you don't give them any value, you don't show them your blog, you don't email them about a new blog that came out or a new podcast that came out or a new video series or whatever, then they are literally sitting on your list dead, because it's a dead list. You're not engaging with them. But if you were able to have something already automated, a whole email series already automated, or an email system where you're emailing them on repeat, like weekly, you're emailing them updates about what's going on in your business, or giving them some type of high quality, valuable content, then you are grabbing their attention and you're making the most of it. So if you spend $5 to get a lead and then it's done, you've spent $5 to really do nothing. But if you spend $5 to get a lead and then you're engaging with them over time, maybe they're not ready to work with you once you've spent that money and they've hopped on your list. But if you've engaged with them over time, maybe 3, 6, 9, even 12 months later, they are ready for your services. They will come to you because you've offered them 3, 6, or 9 or 12 months worth of great content. So you become that industry expert and you're that go-to person when they are ready to jump in. So just think of it that way. Once you have them, you want to make the most of it. Stretch it as much as you can. So you could have offered a whole year's worth of content to get that lead for just the cost of $5, or for the cost of $5, you could have given someone a freebie to download and you've never seen them again. It's up to you. Let me check the comments. Some people just mark emails as junk and you never know who is the sender. How do you avoid this? Well, I never put people on my email list that don't ask to be there. People who are on my email list are people who have gone out of their way and asked to be on my list because they wanted something that I offered them for free in exchange for an email. And I recommend that every business has some sort of freebie to offer so that there is some sort of draw to get people onto your email list. If you just go on the street and say, hey, you want to be on my email list? Hey, what about you? You want to be on my email list? People are going to roll their eyes at you and slam the door in your face like you were a Bible salesman. But if you're offering a ton of value up front, hey, download my Finding Your Dream Customer Guide because you need help targeting your ideal target market. Well, that's valuable. So in exchange for an email address, they get it and then they get updates on emails. So people do not mark my emails as junk because they ask to be on my email list because I also give them lots of valuable content along the way. Now, for whatever reason, we're no longer in line with each other. They don't need what I'm offering. Well, then of course they can unsubscribe. And I will say that when people unsubscribe from your list, don't take it personally. They aren't your ideal target market if they're unsubscribing. It's better to have a small list of highly qualified people and individuals who will eventually one day want to work with you or at least benefit from what you're offering than it is to have thousands of people on your email list, which is just a vanity number when you aren't targeting, you're not speaking to your ideal target market. You're not a good fit for each other. They're never going to work with you. And eventually they're going to block you and put it in junk or unsubscribe. So it's much better to have the right people on your email list and for you to continue to nurture them along the way. And then what does this say? So there's no dead emails in my list. I'm not really sure what your question is, so maybe you can rewrite it. The thing with dead emails, though, I will say, and I don't know if this is your question, but a lot of email software systems will be able to filter through who is considered like a dead lead. They never open your emails, they never respond, stuff like that. And you can clear out your email list. So I know that there are a lot of free email providers. And then once you reach like 1,000 or 5,000, then it starts to charge you. So you definitely do want to clear out the people that are just holding space and doing nothing. And you want it to be a lively list, people who engage with you, who respond to you, who opt into your offers, and who really, really value the content that you're giving them. Hopefully that answered it. Hi, Anyat. I hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, I did answer your question, Roberta. Great. All right, well, thank you guys for being here today. Just remember that our attention spans are so low. It's like around 5 seconds. So if you can't grab someone like that, you will lose them. And once you've grabbed them, make the most of it. Make sure you're engaging with them. Let them know that you are excited that they are in your social media world and continue to offer them value so they have a reason to continue to come back for more. Okay, I hope this helps and I'll see you next time. Bye.